eating donuts. Like, don't beat yourself up. Everyone just beats themselves up. Like, that doesn't mean be complacent and be lazy and just like not give a crap, but like balance on it. I just, I brought that out because I just started seeing people like really dwelling on everything. And I'm like, yo,
Right.
you're like cooking for the family. You're holding your job. You're like babysitting your kids, your school, you're homeschooling your kids. Like, give yourself a little credit. Like, yeah, okay, you ate a Dorito, but like, let it go.
Yeah, you're not wrong about that. A lot of Doritos have been eaten, so you're definitely not wrong.
Yeah, food companies, snack companies, liquor companies have been just fine. I mean, I launched this concept for my dad, Wine Text, and
Yep.
like, that's been doing crazy well. Like, it's just, there'll definitely be businesses and opportunities that come out of this.
No, absolutely. So speaking of opportunities as well, what about, like, we talked about creating content, right? I have a feeling that a lot of people now have, more time to do it. Maybe their ideas are finally coming to life. How do you stand out though in this? I call it like the competitive world of content, like what you and I are doing, the YouTubers, all of us. How does one stand out?
By bringing the most value to an audience. Like, standing out is always going to be there. Like, there's always, every day that goes by, there'll be more content producers. Everybody makes content now. What you and I are doing right now used to require me coming into studio and doing it. And then
Right.
phones started working better. And then the internet came along, and now live streaming. Like, standing out is completely a quality game. Like, how do rappers stand out? They make hot beats with hot lyrics and they become somebody that's known. There's a million business advice people out there. I stood out because I'm good at it. I'm good at, I've worked I've worked my craft. I've been putting out content for, you know, 2 decades. And so I think standing out is the true merit of the game. Like, people always want to blame don't get my flow. I'm like, no, they get your flow. They don't like your flow. Oh, they don't see my value. I'm like, no, no.
Oh,
Like, that's just real. That's just the way it is. Like, the reality is very simple, which is the market gets to decide, not you. So you stand out by putting out content and letting the chips fall where they may.
and also too, like, don't you think it's important to sort of understand that, like, our we can put out content all day, right? But as far as like growing that audience or maybe growing those followers, whatever it may be, right? Is that something that you would say, I mean, sort of takes time? Because as a millennial, I'll admit it, I do
Of
suffer from that
course.
whole instant gratification. I'm like, I want it now.
Look, for every Charlie D'Amelio on TikTok, there's 85 million people that take 5 years before they get there. So of course it takes time. Everything good should take time. Like, people, like, putting in the work is how you get there. Or you throw money at it and cheat. Like, you can get plastic surgery, you can get pec implants, or you can put in the work at the gym. But like, if you're getting pec implants, that's a tell that you're insecure and you're worried about what people think about you. And so you're going to lose anyway. Like, cool, you got your breast implants, but like, what it's really doing is hiding the fact that you're insecure. And you need to
That's
work on your mind, not on your figure.
something we all need to hear, but it's true though. And what about too, I mean, post quarantine life, do you see there being something different now as far as like maybe like the content we'll be seeing in life? You know what I'm saying? Like, because I think after this, the world will not be the same. That's my theory.
It can't be. Like, people have learned how to buy things on the internet they never bought before. People have discovered shows that they never tried before, discovered wines and food that they've never eaten or tried before, content providers they've never followed before. Yeah, of course, this is a major shift. And silly things like, like, I'm thinking about working from home on Friday and making my most important meetings be on Fridays because I can concentrate more on Zoom meetings than I can in the office. Like, that's game changing for me. Or the fact that I don't think I'm going to fly to Chicago just for one meeting anymore. I'm going to do that on Zoom, and that's going to be good on my body and not beat myself up
Right.
from all the travel. There's people realizing things about their relationships, whether good or bad, because of all this time together. There's people who are going to appreciate teachers in school more. As much as they hate what's going on there, it's better than homeschooling. Or there's people on the flip
Yeah.
side that are going to realize, wait a minute, I want to homeschool. This is better. And so there's just so much. Like, this is a big, big deal. This is a big, big, big deal, and there's going to be
Yeah.
impact for the rest of time.
Yeah, I mean, 100%. I mean, like, it's already changed now, but I'm just thinking too, like, once, quarantine is lifted nationwide, like, it's going to change. It's going to be different. But I guess my last questions for you are, you know, as far as like advice, like what advice can you give us right now that would be most valuable when it comes to quarantine? Like what's the most way we can be most productive and most effective during quarantine?
Gratitude.
Gratitude.
Be grateful. I promise you, there are so many people who are complaining about this shit right now that in a year are going to be like, damn, I missed it. I wish that could happen again. It was nice. Like I didn't have, because they're going to complain about, complainers complain.
Right.
They're complaining now that they're stuck in a house. In a month, they're going to complain that they're back on their commute and they liked it better when they were in the house. Like complainers complain and optimists find optimism. Like happy people find happiness. And so the best thing people can do is look for the good in what's going on. Like you're getting to spend more time with certain people. You're discovering new things about you. You're getting a rest from being in traffic. People are just not grateful enough. Everyone's entitled, acting like somebody owes them something.
That's all the time I feel, but I feel like, especially coming out of this, our gratitude has to shift. You know what I'm saying? We've got to be more grateful for the things that we've had. I miss the little things too. Don't get me wrong.
Oh my God, there's people that are going to love just going to a coffee shop and getting a coffee that used to complain about being in line for 3 minutes, like let's speed it up, who now may hopefully be like, man, I missed this coffee because the shitty coffee I was making at home wasn't good. Like people need to realize life is so simple. It's black and white. It's A and B. It's binary. I just hope that more people are grateful after this happened because something horrible happened or because something wonderful happened. We just got to get our minds right. People were confused out here. You know, people are scared right now because they bought $8 coffee every day and didn't save money. Like people need to be taught. There are lessons. There's ungodly amounts of lessons being, you know, scattered throughout this pandemic. There's 90-year-old grandmas in the old country FaceTiming. Now you get to see your grandma. Like there's 100 different things going on. And I think people find what they're looking for. And there's a lot of negative people who are looking for negativity, and you can find it everywhere. And there's a lot of positive people looking for positivity, and there's beautiful things happening everywhere.
Oh, absolutely. Well, I'm glad that you were able to talk about that with us a little bit and give us a little light on, you know, this really uncertain time. I do have to ask you a couple more questions if you're cool with that.
Cool, let's rock it.
People are dropping the questions, and somebody wants to know about investing. Now, I guess, is this a good time? You know what I'm saying? Like, I was trying to buy a condo, but
it's a great time if you can afford it. Most people are not liquid, so they're stuck. But if you can afford it, things are going to be underpriced. You know, apartments are going to be underpriced. You know, Wall Street's underpriced. The economy's hit. And, you know, maybe, you know, you may get caught. You may jump into Zoom stock and then a competitor comes out and hurts it. Not on the individual basis, but on the macro. The best time to invest is when everybody else has got their wallets closed.
Which means what? What would that mean or look like?
It means when I bought all that Facebook stock, you know, a month ago, and now it's back to normal, that was good. I made money.
See, that's good to know. I'm like taking notes in the background here. My sister is, but I mean, this is like you're dropping gems, but I feel like you always do. So this is really incredible to be able to talk to you. Now, my other friend, actually my coworker, well, two things. My coworker's daughter, Nevaeh, loves you.
Nevaeh. What's up, Nevaeh? That's what's up. That TikTok life.
Yeah, she loves you. And my other coworker was asking about wine. Now she's a big wino, like that's her thing. So as far as like your story, and I don't know how much you can get into it. I know we don't have a lot of time together, but what kind of advice can you give us from that experience? Because you took your dad's liquor store and you made it something incredible. And I mean, I'm a kid of an immigrant, so like I am here for the hustle. I'm here for the work ethic. A lot of us are. So I just want you to share that a little bit of the story.
That was a story of realizing that Google AdWords, email marketing, having a website was going to work. It's no different than why I want all 1,500 people in this thread right now to start a TikTok account, because it's a land grab. You know, there's always a tension in places. LinkedIn right now is out of control, so much opportunity. So I'm just looking for people to understand that where the attention is the most important thing, and having the courage and the creativity to figure out what to do there always matters. And that's what I'm pushing people towards. Like, can they get to a place where they realize that having a podcast, being on LinkedIn, being on TikTok right now is a huge opportunity. Instagram's now in a place where it's hard to break through. You have to be really great. But 6-7 years ago, you could have broke out on Instagram by being a B or a C. Now you have to be an A plus. Right now on TikTok, you can break out by being a B or a C. And it used to be a D or an F because there was just so much consumption and so few makers. Now, you know, it's starting to change, and in 2 years, it's going to be oversaturated or at a proper place. And that's the game. It's always been the game. And so, you know,
Right.
for me, it's where's the attention? Text messaging. There's a reason I'm throwing out 212-931-5731. Like I know where attention is, and that's what I focus on. And I spend all my time on it. And that's why I always tell people, like, as many gems or jewels as I'm dropping in here,
Yeah.
there's nothing better than following what I'm doing, really watching what I'm doing, because I'm never doing anything just for kicks and giggles. I'm strategic as fuck out here.
So you said TikTok, LinkedIn, and what else?
And TikTok and LinkedIn are by far the best, but I also think podcasts are tricky. There's still a lot of opportunity there.
Ooh, hello?
I hear you, but you're frozen for me.
Yeah, you're frozen too. I can hear you though.
All right. Well, I got to bounce anyway. So